Where does our food come from? Everything we eat has to come from somewhere, and in most cases, it starts here, with crops, lots of acres of fruits and vegetables.
Did you know our crops are affecting the oceans? You might be wondering how this would happen. Let's start off with this word, eutrophication. What is eutrophication? It's a blooming of algae due to an excess of nutrients.
If you are curious of what an algae bloom looks like, here it is. The green in the water is from the algae on the surface. There are two main causes of eutrophication. Upwellings, the more natural of the two. The wind blows surface water away, leading to dense, cool, and nutrient-rich water from the deep ocean coming up. The nutrients in the water reach the surface, making it the primary production site for algae.
The second cause are fertilizers. Modern-day agriculture has been excessively using of fertilizers, whose chemicals get transferred into nearby bodies of water through runoff. Some of these chemicals, like phosphorus and nitrogen, are nutrients used by algae to grow. This causes the algae to reproduce excessively.
What are some effects of eutrophication? For one, hypoxia, which can lead to dead zones. How does this happen? Well, algae that doesn't get eaten will eventually die, and the microbes that decompose the algae needs oxygen to respire. When too much of the surrounding oxygen in the water is used for this decomposition, there will be a lack of oxygen for any marine organisms in the area, hence the name dead zone. The depletion of oxygen in the water results in unsuitable habitats for marine life, thus possibly reducing marine biodiversity. Places that are particularly susceptible to dead zones appearing are coastal areas and where rivers meet the ocean, as those are where excess nutrients tend to pile up. Not only that, but the creation of dead zones takes away recreational opportunities so that people can't do things like recreational fishing.
Eutrophication also affects coral reefs. Whenever you hear someone talk about coral reefs, you would imagine a variety of colors and shapes of organisms that look like this. But by introducing more nitrogen and phosphate, the reef water creates an imbalanced supply of dissolved nutrients that disturbs the symbiotic relationship within the algae. This would cause coral to have a lower temperature threshold, a lower coral resistance, and a greater susceptibility to diseases. When the water gets too warm, corals will expel the algae or zooxanthellae, living in their tissues, causing the coral to turn completely white. This is coral bleaching. Corals could survive a bleaching event, but if the temperature conditions don't change, the corals will be susceptible to mortality. This demonstrates how an excessive amount of nutrients can cause multiple bad situations to happen.
Thanks for watching.